How's everyone doing today? We're on to our next running back video of our NFL 2025 prospect series. Ricardo Walker here, and let's dive right into it. The running back I'm going to be talking about today is going to be Treveyon Henderson from Ohio State. This guy, he just had a phenomenal season this past year in 2025. He was insane for Ohio State as he was one of the reasons why they won the national championship. We all know they had Jeremiah Smith, Ibuka, Judkins, Howard. That roster was stacked, but I still don't think they could have done it without Henderson. He was a big reason why they got there and won it all. And honestly, we're just going to see that in his tape why he's such an intriguing prospect in this draft. So he's a 5'10", 202-pound running back, and the Patriots drafted him in this draft because they saw the potential he had. So I'm going to talk about some of his strengths, weaknesses, NFL comparison, and fantasy outlook. So for his strengths, I think Henderson, he really is like a dual threat running back when it comes down to it. He can receive, he's a speed back, he has good burst and acceleration, and he has great vision. One thing underrated about his game though is his blocking. Like he loves to block. You can go watch his tape. Like he loves to hit the linebacker hard. He's willing to sacrifice his body for his quarterback. But he's actually a very underrated blocker. And I think that's going to get him early minutes on this Patriots roster. But besides that, his strengths are his speed, receiving, and vision. Those are three big things. And you're going to see in his tape those things very easily because, man, his tape is just something different. But now I'm going to get into his things that he needs to improve on. So for his weaknesses, it's really just his physicality, upper body strength, and his injuries, I guess. Like, there's not really much you can do about that, but Henderson, he's not the biggest guy on the football field. Like I said, he's only 5'10", 202 pounds, so if he wants to hit the weight to get more weight, that's the only thing he can really do. But not everyone is a power back. I think that's why the Patriots kept Ramondre Stevenson. Henderson's really just a speed guy who needs to get outside the numbers and just burn defenders. But that's really it for his weaknesses. And now I'm going to get right into his tape. So on this first play, you're gonna see Henderson's just gonna actually be a wide receiver. He's gonna line up against this defender, and he's gonna run this little zig route, and he just goes in and out, and bang! You just see how nasty his route running is. You don't really see that in the NFL today, besides players like maybe Bijan and Jahmyr Gibbs, but nowadays, as running back, the running back position is evolving, and people like Gibbs made that happen. Like now, you got to be able to receive the ball too, and you see that in Henderson's tape right here. He just does a nasty in and out move, gets out the break so fast, and he picks up a nice couple of yards for his team, gets the first down. That's just nasty route running by Henderson and a great play by him. Then on the second play, you're going to see Henderson. It's going to be a design screen pass for him. He's going to get the pass, and you just see he has two blockers in front of him. They do their job, and they block, and he just goes bang. He's from 0 to 100 just like that. And you just see the speed and acceleration, the burst, the vision. He just goes out, and he's just out of there. The defenders can't keep up with him. He ends up scoring like a 70-yard touchdown. But that's the big playability Henderson brings to the table. Like this guy is just an amazing athlete when it comes to making a big play, give his team a pick me up when they need it. And he's just electric, man. Lightning in a bottle. Amazing play by Henderson there. And then on this final play, we're going to see Henderson. He's going to get stuffed in the gut because that's what the play was originally made for. But he gets the handoff and he just gets stuffed right there. But somehow he just doesn't go down. You see the vision here. He bounces out. He saw that he had nothing in the gut, so he just ends up bouncing it out and taking it home. That is so Barry Sanders-esque. When I watched that, I was just like, dang, that's insane. Like, that is an amazing play. I don't know how he did that, but he goes in, sees there's nothing there, gets hit by a wall, and he just bounces it out. You see the elusiveness, and then he just accelerates and scores the touchdown. What a phenomenal play by Henderson there, and that's just what he's going to bring to the table for this Patriots organization. And now let's talk about his NFL comparison. I mentioned him earlier, and it's Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, I just see so much Gibbs and Henderson. They're the same build, same play style. Like they're speedy, electric backs, dual threats who can just really change the pace for their team. Like Ramondre's gonna play the David Montgomery role in the Patriots offense, be the goal line back. But Henderson's gonna be that electric guy who's gonna get the big play touchdowns, the receiving work, and don't forget about his blocking. I also think that's gonna get him more minutes on the field. But honestly, I think Henderson's a game four starter. By the time week four comes by, I think Henderson's gonna start, and he's just electric, man. That's my comparison for Henderson, and I just see so much similarity in the games between Gibbs and him. And lastly, for his 2025 fantasy football outlook, I mean, his ADP is rising fast. You see, right now, if you're doing your mock drafts and you have a draft coming up, Henderson's going in the late fourth, early fifth round. And I think that's honestly a good spot for him to go. Earlier when I drafted, he was going like the sixth round, but now he's just rising because we saw the two big plays he had in preseason. The first one, 100-yard kick return, insane play. That's just the type of explosiveness he brings to the table. And then we also saw in his most recent game, he had a nice little touchdown. So he's just been phenomenal for the Patriots so far. And I think he's going to bring that to the table during the regular season. But back to fantasy, I think Treveyon Henderson is going to be a second half of the season breakout, like Bucky Irving type stuff. Henderson's just going to be a guy that's going to just bring explosiveness and upside to your team if that's what you're looking for. So draft him if that's what you want. I don't think you should be able to start him every week because he's going to be kind of inconsistent with Ramondre in there stealing touchdowns because Ramondre's still there for 3 years. So don't forget that. I think they're going to do kind of a Sonic and Knuckles situation with that. But Henderson's going to get all the receiving work, and that's good, especially in a PPR format where the receptions matter. So Henderson, if you want that upside, that big play potential, the extra points, Henderson's your guy. I would definitely draft him and stash him. He's going to be a good guy to have on your bench because he's eventually going to explode one game or another. I don't know when, but he's going to be a breakout player. I like all the rookie running backs this year. They're pretty good. This RB class was amazing, but Henderson's definitely one of the top guys. I could honestly see him having a better season than Hampton if you look at it. Because Najee Harris is still there, and I don't know what they're gonna do with that. He does have the eye issue right now, but him and Hampton are pretty close. Hampton's going 2 whole rounds earlier. So if you can get Henderson in the fifth round, that's a steal. Definitely take him there, and he's gonna be a great fantasy football player this season. That's all the information I have for you guys on Treveyon Henderson. Just if you have a draft coming up, listen to what I just said and make sure you really just pay attention because Henderson's gonna be a great ADP value steal this season. That's all I have, Ricardo Walker. And if y'all need any more fantasy football information, just hit me up. Hit that like and subscribe button, and thank you for watching. Peace.